I'm getting different results from when I did it earlier. Are these still... Okay. Let's turn you off. And we've only got the adaptive sharpening working. You are that. Weird. I was getting higher frame rate earlier. This game seems to have moods, but welcome to the boring bit. Because, yeah, I need to get a feel for where I actually am. So we have this that goes nowhere. Good to know. So what's around here? A light. How fascinating. Everything seems to be operating in its... it doesn't say that there's anything up here. It does make me wonder if they've put stuff in just to have space for immersion. Could have been worse, could have said emotion. Okay, so we have a nice... This totally screams at it being online. Okay. What are you then? Your adverts? Armist Archives.
You see Navy's defeat at the Battle of Cheyenne by the Freestar Collective's ragtag fleet. Both sides decided the time had come to bring the colony war to an end. So the two parties came together to negotiate the terms of the armistice. Fleet sizes would be capped, mechs and xeno weapons outlawed, and all research related to those fields would be kept under lock and key in their own special archive, which actually rests below our feet as we speak. And while these new restrictions transformed the settled systems overnight, entire economies were upended with the flick of a pen. They also marked the start of something critical: cooperation between the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective for the first time in decades. A pledge between the powers for a more harmonious future. Thank you for listening.
I feel like I walked in at the end. Okay.
This is a place for quiet reflection, so please keep chatting to a minimum.
Okay. Be like that. Oh, we have some water here. I can't wait for...
It's amazing to think that this tree predates New Atlantis. Can you imagine all the changes it's seen?
Whatever it is, it can't be that bad, right?
Okay. Talk to scientists. Telsator activities. B. Oh, cool. That's a bad idea. Get me out! Ah. There. Let's do this then. Hi, dude. Hello.
I'm sorry, I really can't afford to be distracted. I need to get to the bottom of this. Yes. Concerned is an understatement. I work for the scientific division of MAST. I've been studying this tree for quite some time, and it appears to be exhibiting some worrying signs. Are you familiar with this particular specimen? Do you understand its importance?
I've passed by this particular tree many times, and honestly, I never gave it a second thought. Does it hold some sort of special significance?
Finally, somebody understands. Unless, wait, you're not mocking me, right? People. Look, I have a lot of work to do here. If you're just going to gawk, I'd ask that you move on. If you can actually assist me, however, I would appreciate it. I don't normally solicit help from random passersby, but it seems an exception is necessary. Would you be willing to retrieve some additional data for me?
Thank you. You know, does help if I feel like you're actually engaging me in conversation, not looking over.
Well, thank you. That's unexpected. There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations around New Atlantis, all calibrated to gather pertinent information. They've been running for long enough that I think it's time to collect and analyze their findings. If you would bring them to me, that would save time.
Okay. So... You're not telling me how far away they are. Now you do. And there's a sensor. Up there. You look potentially close. It's hard to tell. Okay, so you're over by that tree. You're up there. That one looks close. Hello. Don't mind me, I'm on official work. Okay, so... Nope. Oh, you're telling me to go somewhere else. Cheeky. So let's go for this one. And I'm going to start running out of that. So we go back to this. This looks like an easy out. Way. There's one. There's one over there as well. CJs, okay. Coming through. That's cool. So shift not only toggles you to...
There's no one to play with.
They're just sitting on the grass. They should be playing.
Do you want to go another 3 rounds with them?
There's slides, like right there.
At least they're outside.
Okay. This one's in a tree. Okay, so where does you want me to go now? Commercial, apparently. Ah, up there.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor.
Ba, ba, ba. That looks like potentially all of them.
There are a lot, right? In space.
Hey, are you looking for eggs too? I've only found one so far, but I want to find more before anyone else does. So if you see some, can you tell me? Okay, well, if I see any of those, I'll tell you. And you can tell me if you find any eggs. Miss Seng over at UC Distribution bought the one I found, and she said she might buy more if I can find them. I could really use the credits.
Okay. We're gonna have to go and buy an egg. Let's go round the water because it's slower. Ah, hello.
I'm afraid, due to recent legislative action, I'm no longer able to allocate ships. I can, however, deal in general goods. Welcome to UC Distribution. Now, before you say a word, I am required to inform you that formal complaints cannot be filed until the customer feedback system is back online. I have been told it'll be up and running in 2 weeks, but you know how these things are. I am sorry for any potential inconvenience. Also, if you're here about a corporate account, I've been assured that deliveries will be back on schedule soon.
You brought an egg from a kid recently.
Who, Jordan? That kid's in here every other day with some random thing he found, trying to get credits. Yeah, I took pity on him. Why, what is it?
It's sensitive.
Oh, really? Well, you can have it back for what I paid for it, plus a little extra. Let's call it a convenience fee, shall we?
Can't you just give it to me?
I could, but I did pay for it. I'd like to recover my losses. And it's all the way in the back room. I'd have to walk back there, then back out here. You did say this was important after all. Honestly, it's probably worth way more than what we're talking about.
Okay, it's only 100 credits.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Ooh.
I hope we have what you need.
I hope so too. Spacesuits. Okay, that looks fancy. That's back. Packs. A marine pack. Okay. Not what I imagine. For a smart gun. Aid. Ship parts. That. Resources. Ew. Interesting. Let's buy 10 of those and 10 of those. Yeah. Ammo. Okay.
Right. Come back if you need something else.
I didn't want to break any laws just yet.
Wish that bartender at Viewpoint would stop complaining. I don't know what she lost, but she won't give it back right away.
Okay. Talk to bartender at Viewport. Oh, these are... Oh. Okay, let's stop. Let my CO2 go down. Huh. That's gonna be an interesting mechanic to Oh, am I overweight? I am. Okay. I hope it's the egg things.
How are things going? I'm hanging in there.
There he is. Really, I'd have thought jumping would have made it worse.
I need all of the biosensors if the data is to be of any use. Recent scans of the tree have suggested that a significant portion of the interior is liquefied. Obviously, some small percentage of its internal workings is always liquid to allow for the transfer of nutrients and so forth, but this, well, I've never seen anything like it. If it continues to increase, I'm concerned the entire tree may collapse, and I'm also worried about other secondary effects.
What do you mean by secondary?
It's too soon to speculate. I'd very much like to see the additional data before I say more. I appreciate your confidence. The sooner I have all the available data, the sooner I can make an assessment.
There we go.
So you do. Wonderful. I'll just take these, and we'll see what they have to tell us. All right, we'll just upload the data. Give it a moment.
Uh-huh. Technology.
And just another moment. Oh, it is working, isn't it? Ah, there it is. What a relief.
Yay.
Now, let's see. This is... well, it's... oh my.
Okay.
Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that my suspicions were correct. There is something wrong with the tree. I will report my findings to MAST immediately with no small amount of satisfaction. The phrase, "I told you so," may even be uttered more than once.
This doesn't sound good.
Well, from a certain point of view. In an admittedly somewhat selfish manner. The bad news, as it were, is that the internal composition of the tree is changing. In this particular case, the tree is now regularly emitting ultra-low frequency sound waves. They're nearly imperceptible now, but they're growing in strength. This is something we've never observed before. Depending on how large these waves grow, consequences for the city could be disastrous. I must consult with my colleagues in MAST at once. Thank you for your assistance. I hope these credits are adequate compensation.
Hey. Ah. Dueling. Shotgun. There we go. Awesome. What mission are you? You again.
These findings are alarming.
Okay. Activities. Oh, later. Talk to bartender at Viewport. Okay. I should probably not do that because I'm still overweight. You down there? You are. We'll just hop this way. But yeah, this is the boring part because it's kind of getting used to the environment. Spaceport, apparently.
I've flown across most of the settled systems in all manners of spacecraft, and yet I still get sick on the gnat.
I think I worked out the difference in my FPS to earlier to now. And I think it's because I'm running a dual monitor.
By Vectera! I can't believe it! Is it you? Is it really, really you? Captain of the frontier, bane of the fleet, constellation's shining star of stars. Oh, you are definitely the brightest, biggest star in any constellation. There's no maybes about it. I have an eye for these things. Not that you're hard to see with that halo on your head. Although at first, I wasn't sure if it was just the glare. But now that I know it's you, what are the odds? And to think, I almost went for coffee instead. But I changed my routine for one day, and here you are. It's almost like it was meant to be.
Yeah, it's probably the glare off the top of my head.
I know, right? And you can try to fight destiny, but you probably aren't going to win. Although, if I'm being honest, I'd wager you could beat just about anything, even theoretical concepts. But why would you, in this case? Either way, it's such an honor to meet you. Hey, do you mind if I follow you around? Do you need a sidekick? What am I saying? You're a hero, of course you do. Lead the way. You won't be disappointed.
Manage crew. Okay. Confirm. So, who do I have with me? Ship unassigned. Okay. Yeah. But what I was saying is I think it's because I'm running dual monitor setup, and that's why I'm losing frames per second. Which would be interesting, if true. But we have things to do and people to visit. Okay, hello.
All day in the big city.
Hey there, new guy. Good to see you again. Can I get you something?
Contradiction, because, like, you saw me first time.
Sure thing. What can I get you?
Sell. Okay, that's not really gonna do much.
Yep. Spaceport traffic keeps me pretty busy. But just between you and me, I've got something in the works that'll change everything. A new drink that'll make this place famous. Galaxy-wide.
Is it a pan-galactic gargle blaster? Please say that it is.
You would love it, I guarantee. Only, I can't make you one right now. Don't have the ingredients. I made a deal with a hauler to bring me some small samples of an ingredient I think will make all the difference. But it never showed up. Turns out the guy I hired was also hired by a few other folks. The kind of folks who ship less than legal cargo. Security got wind, and the whole lot was impounded. Now they're just sitting on it, taking their sweet time like they always do. It's killing me.
Okay. Okay, that's got a bit of humor.
Very clever of you. Your parents must be so proud. And really, I'm not even certain this is what I need to finish the recipe. I think it is. I need to get my hands on that cargo. I mean, doing something about this won't exactly be on the straight and narrow, will it? I really do. It's gonna keep me awake nights if I don't try. Before we say anything else, I am in no way asking you to do anything that might violate any of the many, many laws in place here in New Atlantis or the larger United Colonies. This is just one friend talking to another friend, asking if maybe that friend could possibly find a way to get her important cargo out of the impound. And if, hypothetically, that were done in a less than 100% legal way, well, that might not be the worst thing in the world. You, with me on this?
Surely you're not seriously considering this course of action. The last thing we need is UC security on our backs.
God, you have no idea what a relief this is. I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking hostages or something. I just figure there has to be a way to get what I need. I know a few things, but not much. The cargo is being held down at the spaceport, not in the security office. Still, they use the same access cards. If you had one, it'd work. How or why you would have a UC security access card is none of my business, of course. I'm sure I'm better off not knowing. Beyond that, the ship decks over there might also be able to get in. I don't know any of them, or I'd be talking to them instead of you. No offense.
You don't know me.
Like I said, I submitted the usual security release forms. But because my cargo is tied up with a bunch of, again, totally unrelated illegal stuff, I don't expect the forms to matter. At all. I went and talked to an officer at the office, too. Yumi. Sergeant, maybe? He was polite, but unhelpful. I declined to suggest that as their new slogan. New Atlantis Security. Polite, but unhelpful. Truth in advertising, eh?
I'll figure something out.
I'm not worried. I'm annoyed. Wait, are you saying I should be worried? No, of course not. It'll be fine. Totally fine. I trust you. Bit of a slow news day around here. Well, speaking of news, some folks are convinced David Barron, you know, the SSN anchor, is some sort of Freestar sympathizer. Ridiculous, if you ask me. Sure, they ran a couple of stories about Aquila City that weren't totally critical, but come on. Have you ever been? It's really not that bad. Anyway, that's the sort of high-stakes stuff people talk up while waiting on a flight. So glad you asked, aren't you? I can tell.
Okay.
Stop by anytime you'd like to catch up.
Right, so missions. Don't want to do that, don't want to do that. Right, so... main. Okay. That's... And on that note, let's do a bit of the main quest.
Okay, hello.
Okay. Oh yeah, we've got to go back to our original place. Okay.